Learning English feels impossible, right? You're putting in the hours, trying every method you can think of, but it still seems like progress is just out of reach. Like one day you're feeling good about conjugating verbs, and the next you're completely lost trying to order a coffee. It's enough to make you want to give up and just binge watch Netflix with subtitles forever. If this sounds familiar, then stay tuned, because today I'm here to explain why learning English can feel so hard, and how you can finally break through that barrier. No more textbook boredom, no more awkward silences, just real practical tips to help you actually start speaking and understanding English like you always wanted. We're going to break down the most common struggles from listening to speaking, vocabulary to grammar, and figure out how to make them, dare I say, kind of fun. Okay, maybe not fun, but definitely less painful. Alright, let's start with one of the biggest challenges. Listening, I swear, listening to native English speakers can feel like trying to understand a whole other species. They talk so fast, their words blend together, and don't even get me started on the slang, it's like they're speaking a secret code or something. Many learners find it difficult to understand native speakers because they talk fast and use slang. My tip? Immerse yourself in English audio. Start with something you enjoy, like podcasts, songs, or even TV shows with subtitles. Podcasts are actually amazing because they come in every topic imaginable. True crime, comedy, history, you name it, there's a podcast for it. The more you listen to English being spoken naturally, the more your brain will start to pick up on the patterns and rhythms of the language. So put on those headphones, crank up the volume, and let's get listening. Okay, next up, the dreaded speaking hurdle. This one can be especially scary because it involves, actually opening your mouth and letting those English words come out. And let's be real, who hasn't had that moment where they've completely blanked on a word or accidentally said something totally embarrassing? It happens to the best of us. It's easy to feel self-conscious or worry about making mistakes, but remember, mistakes are part of learning. Seriously, the fear of making a mistake is like the ultimate progress killer. Try speaking out loud every day, even if it's just to yourself. Practice in front of a mirror or record yourself talking. The more you practice, the more comfortable and confident you'll become. The point is to get those words out there and get used to the sound of your own voice speaking English. And hey, if you make a mistake, laugh it off. Embrace the awkwardness. It's all part of the learning process. Chapter 3. Vocabulary. It's more than just flashcards. Let's be real, trying to memorize endless lists of vocabulary words is about as fun as watching paint dry. It's tedious, it's boring, and honestly, it just doesn't work that well. Our brains aren't wired to remember random words out of context. We need context, we need stories. We need something to make those words stick. One of my favorite ways to learn new vocabulary is to, wait for it, watch TV shows and movies. When you're invested in a storyline and characters, you naturally start to pick up on the words and phrases they use. Write down any new words or phrases you hear, look them up, and try to use them in your own conversations. So grab some popcorn, put on your favorite show, and get ready to expand your vocabulary the fun way. Chapter 4. Reading, ditch the dictionaries. Okay, maybe not completely. Alright, let's talk about reading. For some people, the thought of tackling a novel in English might seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. When it comes to reading and writing, start small. Choose books, articles, or even social media posts that are slightly above your level but still understandable. The key is to find something that holds your interest and keeps you coming back for more. So, grab a book, curl up on the couch with a cup of tea, or coffee or wine, no judgment here, and let's get reading. Chapter 5. Writing. From journals to tweets, just put those words on paper or screen. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about writing. This one can be tricky, especially if you're not used to writing in English on a regular basis. But trust me, the more you write, the easier it will become. My top tip for improving your writing? Keep a journal. No, I'm not talking about those fluffy, heart-covered diaries we had as kids. Although if that's your thing, go for it. I'm talking about a simple notebook where you can jot down your thoughts, ideas, and experiences in English. Over time, you'll notice your writing skills improving along with your confidence. Outro, you've got this. So there you have it, guys. My top tips for breaking through those English learning barriers and finally achieving fluency. Remember, learning a language is a journey, not a race. The key is to keep going, even on days when it feels challenging. Celebrate the small wins like understanding a sentence or finishing a short conversation in English. Every bit of progress is a step closer to fluency. So, are you ready to take on English learning with a fresh mindset? Let's make it fun, let's make it daily, and let's make it effective. Remember, you've got this. And hey, if I can learn English, you definitely can too. Now go out there and rock it. Thanks for watching. Keep practicing, keep progressing.